Well, you were one of Virgil's successors at LV Men's Louis Vuitton collaboration. How did that come about? Did you even see that coming?
I didn't see that. I saw that less coming than you did. And you probably, from the person I've learned over this call, I don't think I was on your top 10 list.
I didn't even know who you were.
This is what I'm saying.
I didn't even know who you were at the time that... Well, no, Virgil passed away in 2021. When did you go to Vuitton?
2023. So yeah.
Oh, so that was recent. Okay. That was actually when you came on the radar a bit.
Yeah, for everyone. That was a snobby fashion person.
Am I one of those people?
You said it. No, I'm joking. But I wasn't. We would sit around with my friends and be like, who's next from Virgil? And we wouldn't even put my name in like, Colm, this would be cool for you. Like, it was so far-fetched.
Yeah.
And for so many reasons.
I think a lot of people thought it was going to be Martine Rose.
I thought it was going to be Martine Rose. Even when I was there auditioning, I thought it was going to be Martine. Oh, I didn't know. I had won the LVMH Karl Lagerfeld prize. Mm-hmm. And Delphine Arnault runs it. And she was also the co-CEO of Louis Vuitton. Mm-hmm. And so I had won it probably like 6 months or a year before I get this email and they go, we want to Zoom with you. Delphine Arnault wants to Zoom and Michael Burke. And I'm like, oh, cool. This is part of the mentorship from the LVMH prize. And so I'm in the Zoom like, hey, what's up? Things are going well in the business. Like, thank you so much for like the 150K you won or the 50K you win. So my point of that, I thought I was there for mentorship. So I'm kind of like, oh, hey. And they're like, hey. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm trying to show that I've been doing stuff in the business. And they're like, we're not calling really about that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what are you calling about? And then they asked, do I want to pitch? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well.
Can you explain to the audience what that means?
Exactly. They're like, we want to, they go, and I go, how long? They're like, we want you to pitch for creative director. And I'm like, okay, well, how long do I get? And they go, how long do you want? And I go, well, how long do other people get?
How long until you need to pitch or how long will the meeting be?
No, how long until I have to pitch?
Okay.
Because I'm like, is this a day? Do I have a day to do this or do I have 6 months? And they're like 2.5 weeks. And so for 2.5 weeks, I don't sleep. And my pitch was insane. I'm 3D printing shoes. I'm shooting commercials. I have 500-page book. Like, it was wild. And so I think I was the 25th person on the list of whoever else got interviewed.
But you don't know who those others are?
No.
Okay.
I know I've heard rumors of people, but I actually have. And I was like, so who else? I was curious. But again, for me, it was like, damn, I'm in this room. I'm not going to come again. I've always been the person who shows up 1,000,000 times more than you think I'm going to show up. And that was an opportunity that I never thought was possible. So I literally didn't, like, my hands were like this the night before the meeting because I hadn't slept in 10 days.
Did you go by yourself?
To the meeting, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, like, they just give you a date and a time. And you're like, oh, I guess it's in Paris, So then you have to show it. Like, they didn't give me too much information, and I didn't want to ask too much.
Yeah.
So I just like showed up, but it was a pretty surreal. And then also after the interview, it's silence. So you're like, okay. And I'm telling no one because I didn't want to be in that rumor mill, and I didn't want people to think like, Colm, you don't deserve it. Why the fuck are you even interviewing this? And so I told like very few people.
That was smart, probably.
And then, when I got the call to like do it, I was like, damn, my life just changed.